Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone, who all learn this truth from it well. Peace has tasted 144,000, the rest of the 1/3, the large multitude. Unto you I say shalom. Come to you back with another lesson through the Spirit. And the title for this was going to be the motb system is being established in front of everybody's faces, because we see what's going on with this whole Donald Trump administration. You got Elon Musk, you got Donald Trump rubbing elbows with all these different technocrats, and if you're not in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, then the question would be, why is Donald Trump, rubbing elbows with all these different technocrats? From Elon Musk being his right-hand man, establishing or trying to establish deals with, these technological companies. Just a couple of days ago, you just had Donald Trump announcing that he was going to bring a major manufacturing warehouse to the United States. I think it was $100 billion deal that he's trying to establish, with this major chip maker, semiconductor chip maker, trying to bring it to the United States. And you got to ask yourself, why is he doing this? Ultimately, it's all to get the motb system up and running, which is going to be based off your biometrics, having every single aspect of your life inside that micro chip, from your keys to your driver's license or ID, your gym membership, your work ID, your social security, all your biological information, pretty much all fitted into this one small micro chip, that's going to go either in your hand, under your hand, or in your forehead, which a lot of people out here, they already got this micro chip. A lot of people volunteered for Elon Musk's Neuralink, which basically is the beast doing those miracles, because by the way of this micro chip, he's given the ability to a lot of people, that might have lost their ability to walk, who are paralyzed, or people who were blind, and now they got the ability to see. And these are all miracles on the left-hand side, and a lot of people, they're going to bow down to this devil, Esau, Edom, to be able to experience these miracles on the left-hand side. Because ultimately, it's not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai healing these people, but it's this devil, Esau, Edom, by the way of his left hand, which that's going to be a snare and trap for a lot of our people, 2/3 of the nation of Israel here in the souls of America. They're going to go down to these chipping stations and bow the knee, to the devil, Esau, Edom. But majority of the people, they're going to bow down eventually when there's no food, there's no water. Pretty much when you're going to have their ribs touching their stomach, that's when a lot of people are going to finally bow down, because at first, this micro chip, this motb, is not going to be mandatory. It's going to be rolled out in stages of gradualism, which we're already seeing. A lot of places, they're not accepting cash anymore. They got these touchless payment system set up, from the cards. You just gotta pretty much just wave at it, or your phone. You got Apple Pay, Samsung Pay on your phone now, Google Pay. These are all forms of gradualism to get people accustomed eventually to do away with cash and start paying, just with the palm of your hand, which majority of people, don't go around carrying cash anymore. The only thing that they use for forms of payments is by the way of their phone, or maybe their credit card or debit card, or these other different electronic payments that are all leading up to the MOTB system being established, which those who don't have that micro CHIP, that charagma, that mark, aren't going to be able to buy or sell, which we saw a glimpse of that 5 years ago, when the 2020 ordeal happened. If you didn't have that jump shot, the stab on your arm, you pretty much weren't able to go inside stores. You weren't able to buy or sell. Some people even lost their jobs for not taking that jump shot, that stab, that venom's juice. And it's going to be the same thing in these upcoming times that we're about to come into, especially with Donald Trump, coming down with that great wrath because he knows that he has a short time. But to us, in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, it's plain to see that this system, this beast system, that is going to be established by the way of that digital currency, doing away with the physical currency, doing away with cash, doing away with gold and silver. It's all going to lead to the mass implementation of this MOTB. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, and us in his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, that we're given this truth by Bashim Shai. We know what this devil, Esau, Edom, Donald Trump, Elon Musk are doing. Ultimately, they're setting up their beast system because they know that they have a short time. That's why everything's speeding up. That's why they're in a hurry. They're in a jam to get it up and running, because they know that they don't have a very long time to establish, their new world, system. That's going to unite all the different countries, all the different empires and kingdoms, into one, by the way of that MOTB, that micro CHIP, which if you don't have it, you're pretty much going to be outcasted from society. You won't be able to buy or sell. And majority of our people, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're pretty much ignorant to what this MOTB is. A lot of these other Israelite camps, they've broken it down, but they haven't broken it down the right way. IUIC, ISUPK, and these other camps and these different churches, these harlot houses, they're telling their congregations that it's not what it is. They're telling their congregation that it is sin. It's white women. It's the image of Caesar Borgia, and pretty much they're not breaking it down the correct way. Because here in the Great Millstone and the camps that teach the likewise doctrine, we're telling our congregation that ultimately it's the micro CHIP, that's going to have to either go in your hand or in your forehead to be able to buy or sell and partake in this society. That's why we're seeing all these different 15-minute cities being established, all these neighborhoods being burned up, ultimately to set up these 15-minute cities that if you don't have that MOTB, that charagma, on your head or on your forehead, you're not going to be able to enter. You're not going to be able to partake in society. You're going to be pretty much outcasted, live off the grid. This is Revelation chapter 13 and 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and then no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That's pretty much Esau, Edom, what he's coming down with. He's coming down with that great wrath, where he's going to have everybody take that motb, to be able to buy and sell, to partake in society, to be able to go to the grocery store, to be able to go to your job or the gym, pretty much just to do everyday errands, are going to require you to take that motb. And at first it's not going to be mandatory, but as times get harder, there's famines and little food in these grocery stores, which we're starting to see that. We're starting to see the prices of groceries and different goods go up until it gets to that point where it's going to be hyperinflation, and the only solution, it's going to be a crash, and Esau Edom is going to come down, with that method of saving, the economy or the society by the way of this new system that is going to be ran by the motb, that Karagma, that digital currency, doing away with the physical cash. And majority of our people, they're going to be ignorant because ultimately they weren't given, this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to know the true breakdown of Revelation 13 and 16, to not bow down and take that motb, because ultimately it's a commandment to not take it. That word mark here in Revelation 13 and 16, it means karagma, and pretty much, is going into an incision, cut of incision or cut into your flesh. And that's pretty much what's going to happen, when this motb is made mandatory. You're going to have to take it and pretty much bow down, to this devil Esau Edom, to be able to eat, to buy and sell. And majority of our people, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they don't have faith to lean on Yahweh Shema Shai to be able to provide, when all hell breaks loose. They're going to go down to these chipping stations, or, when they get put into detention camps. The only way to be let out of these detention camps is going to be by the way of taking that karagma, and majority of our people are going to do it. But even us, some of the hopeful elect, if we get caught up in these detention camps, we know not to take it, even if we have to lose our life, by the way of guillotine or another way of getting put to death. Ultimately not bound down to this devil Esau Edom, even if it means losing our lives. Let me get this next scripture. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. And Yahweh Shema Shai answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run it that readeth it. And this vision, this is Revelation 13 and 16, the motb, the karagma, the microchip, it's plain to the elect, but to the rest of the nation of Israel, 2/3, these other Israelite camps, it's a snare and a trap. They're stumbling upon it. And a lot of these Israelite camps, like the IUIC, the ISUBK, they know what the breakdown is, but ultimately they sold out. And pretty much they sold out their congregation too. They're not breaking it down to their congregation right. So when it's made mandatory, the congregation is not going to know not to take it. And if you do take it, it's going to come down with that great judgment, that second day, that lake of fire. That's why here in the great millstone and the camps that teach the likewise doctrine, we're breaking it down the correct way. So our congregation, the sheep, the fold, they know not to take it. Even if it means losing your life, ultimately we have to put our faith and trust in Yahweh Shema Shai. We got to pretty much fear the Lord, even if it means losing our life, because 2/3 of our people, they don't fear Yahweh Shema Shai. They fear Esau Edom. You know, they're more in fear of what Esau Edom could do to them instead of what Yahweh Shem Shai could do to them. And eventually, if you do take this charagma, it's going to lead to that Revelation 14. You know, you're going to be put in that lake of fire, you know, suffer that second death, for bowing down to this devil. But the elect are going to put their trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, even if you have to be a martyr for this truth. You know, but that's pretty much the point. Pray this is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are learning this true firmament of well. Peace had tasted 144,000.